we've all become very cognizant of Jack and his story, and when Alibaba went public with a large appeal in history, we know a lot more about him. So I want to talk about his personal story. I want to talk about how many times he tried and failed and what kept him going. I want to talk about where he is today and how he got here. I begin with this question rule check. Why are you back at our bus? It's been a long break for 7 years. I think my last trip here was in year 2008. But I was coming for year 2001 for the Young Global Leader for Tomorrow. And I remember I never heard about Davos when I came. But when I came to in Switzerland, so many young people demonstrated with such a horrible things that I asked them, what are they doing? They said anti-globalization. And I said, why? Globalization is a great thing and people don't like it. And then we came on the way for 2 hours here. There's machine gun. There was people checking us. Okay, is it a firm or a prison? And what's that? But when I joined the forum and then the Young Global Leader, I was grilled by so many ideas. For the first 3 to 4 years, I learned what does globalization mean, what does cooperative leadership mean, what does the social responsibility mean, and all these new ideas. I saw so many great leaders talking about leadership, and it benefited all. And in year 2008 and 9, when the financial crisis came, I wrote it's better to go back to work because we can never win the world by talking. So go back, spend 7 years. Now I came back. I think it's time to do something in return. I learned so much. 3 years ago, so why should I not talk in a young global leader today? Sharing with them how we got through. Let's start with where you are today. Just how big is Alibaba? And how many become every day? How many people become a week? How fast it is growing? Yeah, we have over 100 million buyers visiting our site, shop on our site every day. And we create 100 million every day. We created 14 million jobs for China directly and indirectly. And we grew from 18 people to 50,000. 18 people in my apartment to now we have 4 big cameras. Compared to 15 years ago, we were big. Compared to 15 years later, we're still a baby. How big will you be 15 years from now? I think 15 years ago, I've talked to my team that 15 years, in the past 15 years, we grew from nothing to the size. And 15 years later, I want people know Alibaba because we great. I want 15 years ago when we talk about what's e-commerce, why small business can use this e-commerce, use in the internet, can do business. And I hope that 15 years later, people forget about e-commerce because we think it's like electricity. Nobody thinks it's high tech today. And this is something that I don't want 15 years later. We still work on the street talking about why and how e-commerce can help people. We try to get it into 3 colleges. Each time they rejected. No, I tried the examination that young people, if you want to go to university, you have to take the examinations. So I failed it 3 times. But a lot I failed. I failed for things. I failed the key primary school stand for 2 times. And I failed 3 times for the middle school. And you will never believe that in Hangzhou, my city, there's only 1 middle school that lasts only 1 year. It was changed from primary school to the middle school, all graduates, all school, no middle school accepted because it was too bad. It will become a middle school What effect did it have through being rejected? Well, I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us. I think when I graduated from universities and before, for 3 years I tried to get a university. So I applied for a job for 30 times, got rejected. And went for police, they said, no, you're not good. And I went to, even to KFC, when KFC came to China, came to my city, 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was not the only guy. And we went for police, 4 people, 4 of them accepted, and I was the only guy that never received it. So to me, being returned down rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard 4 times and rejected. I know when we rejected, the result not now. 10 times you wrote them and said, I'd like to become Harvard. Yeah. And then I told myself someday I should go to sit there. I think that can be right. Richard Nixon came to Hangzhou, and after that, tourists flooded the place. And that's how you learn English. Yeah. I really like I don't know why at 12 and 30 years old at that time I started and felt a lot of with English. And there are no places you can learn English at that time, and there's no English books. So I went to the Hangzhou hotel and called Hangzhou General English because that was a hotel can receive the foreign visitors. So every morning for 9 years I show around 3 guys and they talk English. And I think that's strange to me. Today what has made in China and then got what is strange outside of China. And when people talk to me, why do sometimes talk like Western guys? I think that was in 9 years. These Western tourists opened up my mind because everything they talked to me was so different from the things that I learned from schools, from my parents. So now I have a habit. Whatever I say, whatever I read, I use my mind, think about doing business. I actually check. The name was given by a lady in tennis. She's a tourist. She came here and she said, "She came to Hangzhou. We became a best friend, marriage, and so it's difficult to pronounce." So she said, "Do you have an English name on?" I said, "No, and can you give me an English name?" She said, "Okay." She says, "My father is called Jack. My husband calls Jack. What do you think about Jack?" It's not good. So I've used that for many years. First visit to America in 1995. 1995, yeah. I came here for a project helping the local government to build up a highway. And you try the internet. I tried the internet in Seattle. And in a building called the US Bank, I don't know whether US Bank's here, but not in the building. And my friend opened a small office, which is like only 10% bigger than this room, and there's a lot of computers in there. And he said, "Check, this is internet." And I asked, "What is the internet?" And he just whatever you want. And at that time we used Mosaic very, very slow. And I said, "I don't use it. I don't want to try because computer is so expensive in China. If I destroy it, I cannot pay." He said, "Just search it." So I searched the first word, beer. I don't know why, because it's easy to spell. And I see beers from Germany, beers from the USA, beer from Japan, but there's no beer from China. And I say, okay, try the second word, China. No data, nothing. 1995 and 1995 no data about China. So I try to talk to my friend, why don't I make something about China? So we made a small, very ugly looking page called China. It's something like I did a translation agency and we listed on there. It was so shocking. We launched at 9:40 in the morning 12:30 I got a phone from my friend who said, check, you know you got 5 emails. I said, what is email? And he said, these are the things. He said, people are so excited. Where are you? This is the first time I see a Chinese website on that. How can we do something together? So I think it's something interesting. So we should do it. What do you call it, Alibaba? Well, when I started, I think internet is globalization and we should have global name and a name that is interesting. Like that time, the best name was Yahoo. So I think I've been thinking for minutes and suddenly Alibaba came. So I happened to be in San Francisco that day and I had a lunch and a waitress came. I asked her, do you know about Alibaba? She said yes. I said, what is Alibaba? She said, open system. Good. So I ran down a list and asked 10 to 20 people. They all know about Alibaba for the thieves and Open Sesame, and I think this is good name. And it started with A. Whatever we talk about Alibaba is on the top. You have said before that in creating Alibaba you had to create trust. Yeah, because people in China were used to face to face. How did you create trust? I think because we started doing business on the internet. I don't know you, you don't know me. So how can you think online unless you have trust? So for e-commerce, the most important thing was trust, I think. When I first went to the US for raising money, talk to the venture capitalists. A lot of people say, oh check. No. China does business via currency. How can you do business on the internet? And I know that without the trust system, the ready system, it's impossible to do business. So we in the past for 40 years, everything we do is trying to build up the trust system, the record system. Well, Charlie, you know, I'm so proud today. When I talk to today China in the world, people don't trust each other. The government and people and media and everybody think that okay, so cheating because of econ. We have 60 million churches today. People don't know each other. I don't know you. I send products to you. You don't know me. You wait the money to me. And I don't know you. I gave a present and a packet. I don't know him. He took something to sell across the ocean, across the river, and this is the trust. We have at least this 16 million trust happening every day. But you read it by creating an escrow account in the beginning, you know, and you should keep the money until they got a product, and then you release the money. That's true. I mean, the actual service is about Alipay. When this idea would love Davos because it was a big decision because for the 3 years Alibaba was just like is marketplace for information. What do you have? What do I have? We talk a lot of time. We don't know any business because there were no payment. I talked to banks. No banks wanted to do it. Banks anything would never work. So I don't know what to do because if I started to launch a payment system, it's against the financial legal laws because you have to have license. So then I went to Davos. I listened to a leadership discussion. Leadership is about responsibility. And after I listened to that panel, I give a call to my friends, my colleagues, and my partner say, do it now, immediately. If something's wrong, the government not happy about that. If one body had to go to the prison, Jet may go to the prison. Because it is so important for China, for the world to be able to trust system. And if you do not do it, as said, I do not do it properly, stealing money wash, no check record, I send you to the prison. So I won't say anything, and people don't like it. So many people talk that only Alipay, this is the stupid idea you have got. And I say, I don't need to stop it all clever as long as people use it. Now we have 100 million people using this Alipay. stupid things ever is better. Only it's a private health thing. No, it's private. You have never gotten money from the Chinese, right? I wanted to at the beginning later but I think if the company always think about picking money from out of the government pockets, the company is perfect. Think about it. How can you make money for the customers and market and then have customers succeed? And that's of the philosophy. No, at that time, I want. Now they go and give me your relationship with the government. Yeah, what's your relationship? I mean, if they didn't, here's what some say that you have existed in an environment that's not, they have restricted competition for you. And that's a pretty good thing for you, for a perfect company. Yeah, I think the relationship with the government for us is very interesting for the first 5 years because I've been working at a part-time job for a government organization called Ministry for Foreign Trade, 1997 for 40 months. And I learned that you should never rely on a government organization to do e-commerce. And I started business. I told my people and team in love with the government, don't marry them. Respect them. And a lot of people say, well, government officers talking about internet censorship and this, that, and worry about. I think it's about the opportunity and the responsibility to talk to them. Tell them how the internet can help. So you tell them we raise jobs. Oh yeah, I think a lot of people debate and fight against that. And in the first 12 years, anybody comes to my office, I sit down talking to them, how can we have the economy, how can we raise jobs, why China will improve by the internet. I think because the internet at that time wasn't new to any government. And if you can't convince somebody and you have the chance, so today I'm very talkative. Probably this is why I talk to so many people. You also in Hollywood, yeah? What are you doing in Hollywood? Well, I like the Hollywood innovation and the digital. I learned so much about the Hollywood movies, especially the Forrest Gump. You love Forrest Gump. I love Forrest Gump. Why do you like him? Simple. Never give up. People think he's dumb, but he knows what he's doing. And I was very depressed. The day in the year 2002 or 3 in the States when no, earlier than that. I was very depressed when I could not find a way for the internet. And then I watched the movie from my friend's home, when I saw him, I said, this is a guy we should learn from. Believe what you're doing. Love it. Whatever people like or don't like it, be simple and not work. Life is like a pot of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, right? I never know I would be here talking to you and talking to Jolly Rose. I never know. But today I made it. I told my people in my apartment, I think 15 years ago. Guys, we have to work hard, not for ourselves. If we can be successful, 80% of young people in China can be successful. We don't have a rich father, both from the uncle, we don't have $1 from bank, and from government, just work as a team. So what do you worry about? I worry about today, young people have a lot of young people lose heart, lose vision, and start to complain because we also have the same spirit. And when I have, it's not feeling being rejected by so many people. We also depressed, but at least later we find that the world has a lot of opportunities. How do you see the world? How do you catch the opportunity? So in Hollywood, given a lot of inspiration. You basically out there for what is business. You are there because you want to make movies and stuff. I want to make the movies because from business why we are a modest company. We have a lot of products that need logistic. But movie, TV, these are things that need a logistic system. And movies are probably is the best product that can help Chinese young people to understand. Because once in a time, the Chinese people, my friends, in American movies, only heroes at the beginning they work like a bad guy, but when terrible things come, they become hero, and finally they all survive. China, if you are a hero, or the hero died. So, because the only dead people become hero, so nobody want to be a hero. So I want to change Chinese definition of hero. Yeah, I want to say hero. Today we have so many heroes living in the world. In China today, you're worried because economy is slow down. No, I don't worry about it. I think China's doing is slowly down much better than keeping at 9%. China today is the second largest economy in the world. It's impossible to keep 9% in a row. If China is to keep 9% in a row of the economy, there must be something wrong. You will never see the blue sky. And you will never see the quality. China should pay attention to the quality of the economy. China should not show if you have a lot of influence, like a Hollywood movie things, and we have sports and this thing and the GDP would be better. So I think just like human roll, you can never, this body can roll. Certain times the slow of roll of the body is low, but it should flow your mind, roll your power, roll your visions. I think China is moving that direction. And you saw Modi in India. Did you see Modi in India? Not yet. I'm looking forward to that. Finally, that's it. You're one of the world's richest people. Your company is one of the world's richest companies. What do you want beyond Alibaba? Well, by richest people, I was really not happy. In the past 3 months, when people said Jack Ma is the richest people of China, global celebrity, they said, no, I'm not. Because when I started business, you are. I never thought, yeah, maybe I'm now, but I think 15 years ago, my partner, my wife, was that time when 18 founders, I asked her, do you want your husband to be a rich person? I never said rich person in China, rich person in Hangzhou. Or you want to be a husband to be respected person? He said, of course, respected. Because you never believed that I don't believe we're rich people. We just want to survive. I believe we have $1 million, that's your money. We have $20 million. You still have problems. You worried about inflation, which stock buying, that has to come when you have 1 billion. That's not your money. That's the trust society has given you. To believe you can manage the money. Use the money better than the government and the others. So I think today I have the resources. Do more things. With the money we have, with the influence we have, we should spend more time with the young people. And I would say someday I will go back to teach, go back to school, spend time with the young people and telling and sharing with them what I've done. And so many not mine, I just carry happily and having these resources. Then I want to do a better job. Just tell them your story. Yeah, tell them the story and tell them that if Jack, I don't think in this world a lot of people have been rejected more than 20 times. If the only thing we should never give up. We keep applying, we keep on changing ourselves. We don't complain. Whether you're successful or not successful, I find that when people, when they finish this job, if they made a mistake or they failed, if they always complain to the others, this guy will never come back. If the guy only checks himself, yeah, something wrong with me here, something wrong with guys, check on behalf of everybody there and television audience. Thank you.